Joy B here, and we're going to talk about art as therapy. This is a ceramic clay mermaid, and I'm actually going to use some acrylic paints on her because I would like to put in a little bit more detail than I do on the things that I glaze. And I started working with clay pottery just this year, and it is one of my favorite therapies. Yep, art is therapy. I really watched my kids sculpting and was really drawn to it. I've done lots of different art in my day, but I wasn't really doing anything artistic in a long while. I should probably put this where you could see. Not that it matters, I'm just painting. But this process is about being present in this moment, not up in your head. I know all about getting all up in your head. And it's about the process. It has nothing to do with the results. Because I know a lot of people won't even start an art project because they say, I'm not good. And I want to cancel clear that statement from your brain. I was very blessed to get an amazing coach after I graduated college who referred me to an amazing book by an amazing author, and I want to give that to you now. The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, okay? And it's very disconcerting, it's very discouraging the way that a lot of people speak to you about your art when you feel like you really want to make something and somebody goes and says something negative. And I get that. And that's why I love the book, The Artist's Way. Now this is fun because I was like, oh, I need to mix some colors to make flesh. Guess what the name of the paint color was? Flesh. I had it. That's fun. So we do art. I do. Like my kids, they're making things for their own reasons and different reasons for the different things that they make. But me personally, I make things for the therapy of it. This is one of the best therapies that you can do for yourself, is to grab a piece of clay, not be married to the outcome. This isn't about what am I going to make? Let me make this. These mermaids are cookie cutters, okay? So at the clay shed, I can roll out the dough. If you don't have a place to go, you can use a rolling pin. I have an old rolling pin across the table that I use when we're working here at the studio. And I'm in the studio today. We were at the shed earlier, but I brought these home to hand paint them because we were glazing stuff at the down there, and now we're back here, and I have some really cute birds that are cookie cutter, right? But guess what? It registered in my brain something wonderful. Okay? Rolled it out, cookie cuttered it, put it on the bat. It got fired. Now you can either glaze it or paint it and then seal it. But my brain went, I did that. And then the process of working with the clay, there's so much that's happening emotionally when you do it. And I can't explain it. My cat's in the windowsill saying, let me in. I don't normally let the cats into the studio, which is also the wellness center. So it's good to have the studio and the wellness center as one, because art is therapy. And it's not about, am I going to make a masterpiece and people are going to go ooh and ah and say, wow, you're so good. That's not what we're doing this for. Okay? Now, if you have a skill, an unknown skill, I have worked with people who have never done arts in any way, shape, or form before, and then they took a crafting class of some sort or another, and then they were like, oh wow, I really like this. This was so enjoyable. This felt therapeutic. And then they continue on in that. And it's not just therapeutic then. Sometimes you can turn it into, now you have handmade gifts to give your friends and family, or you can put them in little shops for sale, or you can hide them away and no one can ever see them. They'll be just your secret treasures. It doesn't matter. It's the process. It's being present. It's creating. It's having the ability to express through color. Just squeezing and molding the clay does something for you. And then when you're painting, watching the strokes onto whatever piece you're painting, whether it's a canvas or a craft piece or some clay that's been fired or some air dry clay. I love air dry clay too. So all kinds of different things that you can do. And you know what's beautiful is there are tons of YouTube videos on different things that you can craft. If you're thinking, well, that's overwhelming for me to think about to make a clay thing. You know that you can go to the dollar store. You can get big things of paint for $1.25. You can get a canvas for $1.25. So without thinking about what, I can see the paint on me, my little paint shirt. Without thinking about an end result or what you want to create, you can go into the store. This is such little commitment for you, but you can go into the Dollar Tree, get a canvas, and look at the colors and just whatever color speaks to you. And then just grab a pack of the $1.25 paintbrushes and then go home and see what lands on the canvas. Just start putting the colors on the canvas. You're not trying to capture this scene. You're not trying to be a realistic portrait person. You're just putting the colors, putting two colors together and mixing them together, and just feeling that feeling of putting the paint on the canvas. Can you do that for me? Can you do that for you? I would love for you to make a YouTube short with whatever you create. If you have been afraid to start any art form at all, follow them, because we're going to be sharing a lot of different things. And one of the things that we are going to share is our art. And I am not like, I did not go to school for pottery. I did not go to school for painting. This is just watching YouTube videos. There are so many great people who make amazing videos and put it out there, and I think I want to do that. And I'm going to be honest, I will see a video and somebody will take a form and they'll lay the clay on the form and form it into something. And yes, they've edited their video down, and I'm like, oh, that looks great. I'm going to try it. And I get my form and I get my clay and I lay it out and I can't get it. So start over. Boom, boom, boom. Pound out the clay. Roll it out. Put it on top. I'm not getting it. Mash it up. Mash it up. Boom, boom, boom. Pound it out. Roll it out. Flip the form over. Try it from the other side. It didn't work. And that's okay. It's about trying and not being married to that end result, that outcome, that, well, you better make it like this. No. I don't care if you crumple up your clay and throw it in the garbage. Don't throw your clay in the garbage, because you can recycle your clay, okay? So even if it goes in the kiln, let's say I put this hummingbird in the kiln and it fired and it broke. I could do something with this. Don't just throw that away. Let's say you made this dove, and before it got into the kiln, it broke. Don't throw that away. You can do something with that. That's a whole nother video. But if you made something, let's say you made a mermaid and you painted her, and you're like, well, I don't ever want anybody to see her. I think it's horrible. I'm just going to crumple it up, smash it with a hammer. There's therapy in that too. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure. Don't be too quick to judge yourself, you know? But it's all going to be according to you. There's no one standing over your shoulder to say, that's not good enough, or that's not right. There's only you, and you better speak nice to yourself. I want to hear you say, that was fun. I could do that. That felt neat. Wow, I made that. Right? No judgments. There's no judgments in the studio. So, happy sculpting, happy painting, happy drawing, happy resin, whatever kind of craft you can do, just do it.